What's going on, people? It's Mr. back again with the review show. Another win for Nottingham Forest. I'm sick and tired of winning. Every time Forest win, I've got Matt on. Every single time Forest win, we've got Matt on. I'm sick of it.
I motivate them.
It's like, yes, like I said, another good win for Forest. And we've got the panel on. Next to me, we've got Lee. How you doing, Lee?
I'm good.
Oh, here we go.
Johnson, baby. Brennan Johnson. Oh.
Ben, can't you ban him from using that on here as well?
Yeah.
In the Ukraine.
Below me, we've got Dylan. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm all right, thank you.
And Dylan, if you eat it, can you share your food, please?
Yeah.
Hey, it's an aero bar.
And last but not least, we've got Matt. How you doing, Matt?
All right, not too bad. Moved house last week, so yeah. I'm just about out of intensive care after that.
For end of the day, people, another fantastic win, 2-0 to Forest. And how's everyone feeling? Comment below how you feeling about today's game. If you are new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment below, people. How are you feeling? If you've got any questions for myself, Dylan, or Matt, please do. As well, I've got the Kevin Campbell event on April the 28th of April. Please come. It's going to be a fantastic event. I know everyone's coming, but you've not brought your ticket yet, have you, Dylan? Dylan haven't brought his ticket yet. Yeah,
he's got to escape from the prison he's in, I think, first.
Yeah. So
why are you picking on me today?
So that's it, Thursday. That's it, people. Thursday, the 28th of April. If you want tickets, please message me on Twitter, Instagram, or you even message Matt or Lee. They'll show details as well. Right, let's talk about today's game. I'll start with you, Lee. 2-0 win, and how you feeling?
Yeah, all right. It was good. Decent performance. Very comfortable. I expected a bit more from Bristol City. Obviously, they just didn't turn up. I'd say it was easy. It was comfortable. We never got out of second gear. But that's not to say we didn't play well. It just didn't seem to need any more than that. Even at second gear, we could have scored 5 or 6 goals. Their keeper had a blinder.
Yep.
Was it Bentley in net? He played really well for them. He saved them. So, Forest as a side played really well. We were comfortable. It just looked easy, didn't it?
What about you, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, the same, really. I mean, the goals we scored were probably the least likely to be goals. We had 3 or 4 others which you'd have said were going to end up in the back of the net more easily. So good performance. I thought they all played well, and it's absolutely vital we improved on Tuesday night, which I thought was abjectly disappointing and seemed flat as a pancake. So it was a completely different thing. Got the result. It was never really in doubt. We just needed the first goal and carry on from there. And they did. They put in a professional performance. It's quite impressive.
What about you, Dylan? You're stuck in
yeah. I thought I'm here. I'm not. Today's performance was good, better than the last 2 performances. We needed to show everyone that we can get back to them kind of ways, and look forward now till Friday.
We'll start with you, Lee. And like I said, a fantastic performance as well for Forest. And again, I was surprised with Ryan Yates on the bench. Was you surprised, Lee?
Yes and no. Yes, because obviously we missed him, didn't we? We missed him when he didn't start the last game. We missed him in that middle. It was a bit disjointed, but I kind of get it because I think Cooper wanted a performance, didn't he? He wanted us to attack and go for it. So I get it. At the end of the day, it's Cooper's job. Whether we like it or not, we need to just trust in what he's thinking, because he's not gone far wrong, has he? So yeah, you can't fault him really.
People comments and said what do you think about today's performance? Was it to Matt? Like I said, you mentioned, Matt, about the performance on Tuesday. Like, it wasn't great, but do you think like Ryan Yates was poor on Tuesday? Let's get it wrong, right?
They were all poor on Tuesday, really.
All poor,
I thought all of them were substandard.
Yeah, but do you like against the team? I think we know Bristol City, they weren't great today, but I personally thought Ryan Yates would have came back in, but both Colback and Garner, too easy to him. It was too easy for them, wasn't it, today?
Well, Colback was impeccable, I thought, today. One of his best performances of the season.
He nearly got sent off, though. He could have got sent off, though.
How could he got sent off? He didn't even get a card, did he? Did he get a card in?
Yeah, he got a card.
What?
But
he did something off the ball as well, didn't
he? He did something off the ball. He did something off the ball.
He did. He
experienced
all the stuff he had to. All the stuff he had to do, he did, and all the stuff he couldn't possibly do, he did. He did virtually everything right. If you watch the tape back again, I thought he's brilliant tonight. But Yates, we've been saying for weeks, haven't we? It's a difficult decision between those three, and Garner's been kind of up and down. I thought Garner was awful again on Tuesday. He was he's better today. Not as good as some people think, but he was a lot better today. But you should have picked Yates in hindsight, because I thought Zinkernagel was absolutely awful. He was the only guy that had a totally forgettable game. If he'd been taken off 1 minute early, he would have done nothing the whole game. I thought he was absolutely awful. So in hindsight, you could have put a crisp bag on instead of Zinkernagel. It'd probably be just as effective. So it's a difficult one. But he had an awful game, didn't he? Everything he touched, he messed up in the first half, and it made it difficult for us. He took too long over everything. But anyway, I understood why he tried Zinkernagel, and I would have picked him as well, because you wanted to be more offensive. You had to win the game, and Yates doesn't offer you that. So I think it was the right decision, but it didn't pay off in hindsight.
We're going to talk about a goalkeeper, and he got so many criticism. I spoke about him on the podcast on Wednesday, but getting so much criticism about he's not got his kick in, blah, blah, blah. But today, he didn't really get tested as well, did he, Dylan? We can't really judge on him today's performance, can we?
No. I thought the bits, what he did, like coming out for his punches and with the crosses coming, yeah, he did well. But like you say, not really tested. But is that because of the back three? Are the back three helping him? They seem to me, at the minute, for the last couple of games he's played, it seems to me they're working harder to stop the ball from getting to him. Do you know what I mean? It's like, he nearly had a mare when he tried to play the ball out from the back, and he lost the ball. Then he had to re-tackle it to get it back.
Did you see his skill? He went past the player like he wasn't there. Did you see him?
He probably didn't see him.
It's a confidence thing, isn't it? Obviously, he wants to impress, doesn't he? So when he's getting the ball back to him, he's probably feeling the pressure a little bit, because obviously Samba's a good goalie and he's been left out on the sidelines. Now he's got his chance. To me, he's been solid. He has been solid. You can't follow
but Lee, this is a question, right? I'm going to ask you, and people in the comments as well, right? Because he's kept 2 clean sheets. If he plays well against Sheffield United, would you leave him in? This is the question. And people in the comments, what do you think? Because Samba, best keeper, one of the best keepers in the league.
He is the best keeper in the league.
But everyone slates who off. He's kept 2 clean sheets, and everyone still slags him off.
But has he kept 2 clean sheets because of his ability, or has he kept 2 clean sheets because of the 3 in front of him?
Yeah, but I'd say on Tuesday night, it was because of his ability.
He was man of the match. He was man of the match Tuesday. It wasn't much of a...
He played really well Tuesday, made some great saves. Yeah. You can't... Anyone who knocks him, they're not watching football, are they? They ain't got a clue. Because he's done his job. We've got 2 clean sheets. Whether it's the defence helping him, isn't that what they're there for?
Well, cool. Yeah, exactly. It's a team game, isn't it? If his kicking is a problem... What number in the list of problems is it? It's not in the top 50. It's probably not in the top 100. It's not a big issue. He's a good goalkeeper. He's chalk and cheese with Samba, isn't he? Samba is all confidence and swagger, and it's the Samba show. Ethan, it's completely the opposite. He's nervous. So you pay his money, you take his choice, but he's got ability. There's no doubt about that.
I'm just going to comment regarding Fuvas. Grant says the Trust have more today. Passed the ball back a lot more. He kicked was better, and he dealt with it. Everything he had to do. This was true. Rare played well, opening 10-15 minutes as well. It was all over Bristol. Who have had to do many much here today. Could have made better decision times. Regardless, is still learning. This is one. Michael says, bring Samba back. We can't afford to spare him now. That is true.
The thing is, though, Tuesday he showed how good he was. He had the opportunity to show how good he was, and he showed he's pretty good. Today he had no. Any of us could have played today. We probably wouldn't let the ball in the net. So. The next game, we don't know what's going to happen. He might be man of the match. He might be pulling off blindings. We've seen him play against Wolves and stuff like that. He's been outstanding, hasn't he?
We could have easily lost 4-0 on Tuesday. Could have quite easily lost, but we'll go.
With Samba in goal, do you think with Samba in goal as well? Do you think we'd have lost 4-0 on Tuesday?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, he played well enough to keep us in the game. That's basically what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
He made some good saves. We could have been hammered on Tuesday night. We didn't play well, so he took a lot. So he proved his caliber, really.
What was with me? Yeah. Because like I said, I thought Hull was fantastic on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I said it on my podcast on Wednesday, the fans behind me, the old people as well, slagging him off. I'm thinking to myself,
there's some fans that aren't happy, are they, unless they have someone to complain about?
Exactly.
Why get on anyone's back? They're doing their best, aren't they? Whatever they're doing,
Exactly. Sorry, I'm going to get through these comments before we get to the next one. Yes, we can't drop Hull off. He's playing well. Some has work, a lot of work to do. That's what competition's for. From Dan, I can't be the only one that thinks Samba is massive overhyped. Good goal, but overrated a lot by the fans. Ooh, okay. What do you think of that comment, Dan? What do you think of Dan's comment, Dylan?
He's not overrated. He's the best. For me, he's the best goalkeeper in the league. Do you know what I mean? His distribution of a ball. Yes, he's a bit hot-tempered or whatever, and he's a bit cocky and all this, but his distribution of that ball to play the way we play is amazing. Do you know what I mean? He dinks the ball over. He can get it to the player. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a lot of what people are not criticising Hogarth for. It's just the fact of everyone's expecting him to be like Samba, which he isn't.
No.
But the team,
Samba starts attacks, doesn't he? He can put Jono through on goal, for example. He's done it before. Horvath's not quite there yet. That could be confidence, or he just needs game time.
But that's just one aspect, isn't it? Of their game. He might Horvath might be better at crosses or whatever. But to be honest, I think Samba's kicking. He's done all his worst kicking in about the last 5 or 6 games since he had the bump on his head, sort of thing. I don't think the two things are connected, but his distribution hasn't been the best. But the thing none of us know is what he's told to do, and I think he's been told to. It's like the centre halves. They do things. When you only have 2 of them, they wouldn't do. Cooper encourages them to play football, and occasionally they screw things up. Like Joe had a wobbly game today, didn't he? But they're asked to play the ball, and if they're being asked to do that, good, let them do it. If it were, it's about the bigger picture. It's not about them playing safe balls, sideways balls. It's about winning games of football.
I've got a super chat. This is from Spesh. Hi guys, we should have scored at least 5 today. This has got to hold us back if we are going to get the playoffs. Thank you for the £4.49 as well. Peace and love.
We all have to agree with it now, don't we? Absolutely correct. Absolutely.
Thank you for the £4.49. Best we'll talk about that at the end of the show. Like I said,
our goal difference is ahead of other teams in the playoffs, I believe.
We just got to win the games. They're all cup finals. I'd be happy if we could go to penalties at the end of every game and win the points,
Yeah.
This from Gary. Gary, if Ethan plays well on Friday, Samba will not get straight back in it. I don't know. I don't know. Like as I mentioned, if Samba, if Hull plays well, on Friday. It's a tough one.
I think Samba was straight back in.
I think he should come back in. I think he should come back in because you can't afford to just do things like give the guy a chance. This is make or break. You've got to pick your best players play for 90 minutes. You know, we've got to win every single minute of every single game if we can.
True said, give Hull a break, guys. He still learned everyone's strength.
Yeah, I like Horvath.
I understand this depends. Listen, I'm gonna go at him.
No one's having a go.
No.
In fact,
we're saying
we're
saying Samba's.
We're backing him.
We're saying Samba's the best, and he's almost as good, aren't we? You know, that's not bad. You know,
he's filled the shoes perfectly.
He's done
very
well.
Fortunate to have him as a number 2, and he
he's too good to be a number 2, isn't he?
I think I think we'd all be comfortable with if Samba got injured and he was out for a month or 2. We'd all be comfortable with Hogarth with him, with Horvath. Yeah, with backup. I just think the point is, people are trying to compare him to Samba. He isn't a goalkeeper like Samba. We've been used to Samba for the last 2 years. Do you know what I mean? The way he plays, the way he gets the ball started, his time wasting, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's true though. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes he has probably he has helped us, like against Derby. You know what they're like. They could have come back and drawn 2-2 with us, but with his time wasting, it's
the defence. You don't mess about with the defence unless there's a problem. You leave the defence the same. It's all about understanding and everything. You know,
Dylan, it's Samba's game management. Let's not call it time wasting. Let's call it game.
Well, it's just like, do you remember? Just a quick one. Do you remember when just before Houghton got sacked, Horvath played? Because everyone says drop Samba, drop Samba, drop Samba. He played, Houghton went, Samba come back in, and he was a total different player. So maybe these 3 games might sort his head out, and he might be like, right, I'll calm down a bit. But
we'll get a few comments about Samba. Samba needs to come straight back in. I think we read that already. Samba has won a lot more points than he's lost us. No, it's true. We're saying Samba's one of the best keepers in the league. So we're not. I think it's one of 2 things. It's because, like I said, we've got 2 good goalkeepers. I think that's a positive thing. And we mentioned that if Samba did get injured again, if he got injured, then we know Forest fans can trust the goalkeeper.
And this will be good for Hogarth, won't it? To have played 3 games or whatever it ends up being, it will make him a better goalkeeper. He needs to kind of break the ice and sort of play a bit.
Right, we can talk about the defence, and again, I know, like I said, he hasn't much to do. Worrell, Cook, and Mckenna, but I'm going to mention Mckenna again. I think it was you, Matt, spoke about Mckenna, and again, this guy, he's so unbelievable. He's a rock. He's an absolutely monster, isn't he, Matt? Like,
yeah, but he makes goals too now, doesn't he?
You know what?
What was he playing at today?
That's what I'm going to talk about. Like, let's talk about Johnson's goal, and let me talk to you, Lee, about Johnson's goal. And again, he's when he's 1-on-1 with a defender, he takes the mick. Talk to me, Lee, about that goal, man. I thought it was fantastic what he done.
Yeah, I mean, him and Spence, the pace is frightening, isn't it? That left back all day didn't have a clue, did he?
Did you know they swapped him? Did you know they swapped him? They swapped him second half. Did you know that?
Yeah, because the person they bought on, I think he was meant to be a natural left back or something. What someone was saying behind me. But no.
Well, he got a yellow card earlier,
down there left, they couldn't handle us, could they?
No.
Nope. I mean, didn't Mckenna start the move for one of the goals? Was it Johnson's? I can't remember which one.
No, the second one, it was him and Lowe made it, didn't they?
Yeah, him and Lowe made it, yeah.
Back to Mckenna. He's playing out his skin, isn't he? He's ever reliable, but now he's starting to have that positive impact going forward as well, isn't it? He's trying a few tricks. He's trying to cross the ball. The other week in the corner flag, he tried that trick, didn't it, to get past the player. His confidence is up there. You know, Scotland fans don't like him. They reckon he's not good enough. Don't know what they're seeing. He's a great player. Good old-fashioned back.
No disrespect to Scotland, man, but I don't know what you're on about.
What do they know?
I didn't say that. Well, I want to say it, but I'm not saying it. Lee said it for me. So
I said it. What do they know?
I asked Chris Woods about him this week because he's the Scottish goalkeeping coach, and he said he's a real leader and really well respected up there. We're really lucky to have him. We one of our best transfers. He's an excellent player.
We're going to talk about, like I said, Lowe's going to be out for Sheffield United game, and I saw a comment, and I think this is for you, Matt. Like Sheffield United, they're a tough. They are going to be a tough side, right? And we know Joe Colback, he's been playing left back and all that. But what would you do? And people in the comments, what would you do? Would you put Colback left back or play him in centre midfield and bring in the Canadian Richie Leon back? What do you think about?
Yeah, well, it's an interesting one, isn't it? All our signings, we haven't really played them. Panzo and Larea and the midfielder whose name escapes me at this moment. We've hardly played. Yeah, we've hardly played any of those. They've hardly played any minutes. For me, in an important game, you always pick Colback in the midfield. Forest don't concede goals with Colback in the midfield. No one else does what he does. You've got to keep him in the midfield. But Larea hasn't kicked a football yet, so it's a bit of a gamble. It hadn't crossed my mind, so I haven't had time to think about this. But I would do anything to keep, Colback in the midfield. I think. Who would you put left back then?
Who would you put left back then?
I would. Well, it's Larea or Panzo, isn't it?
I'd like to see Larea personally.
I'll see Larea.
It's not like he hasn't played games though, Matt, is it? He's been playing for Canada.
No, well, yeah, he hasn't played many games though for a long time, and he looked a bit crap in the game against the USA. If you watch that, it was like Keystone Cops, but they all look crap in that game. But I would play him because look, the point is you're going to play 3 centre halves, aren't you? So he'll be attacking. So you could almost play blinking Joe Lolly or someone at left back if you wanted.
You've got to throw him in sometime, haven't you?
Yeah, I would play him, and I would definitely keep Colback in the midfield.
People in the comments were like, "What do you think? Would you put Colback left back or centre midfield?" I personally, in my opinion, I put him in centre midfield because I think he's been fantastic. And I got worried a bit. No, you know what? I just confirmed he wasn't booked. I thought he got booked today. He wasn't booked. I was just looking. Colback wasn't booked today.
You're a hater. You've always been a hater. You've always been a hater.
No, I thought he was booked because I think he did. He did a.
It's all lies. Everyone says he gets booked too much. It's all lies. Yeah. Defensive midfielders have to get booked now and again. It's so stupid. Like Samba's bookings are all, he needn't have them. He has them for fun. He gets booked for fun. But Colback, when he gets booked, nearly everyone he has to take the booking for the good of the team. Yeah. It's completely different.
He's in that position where he's going to take them regardless, isn't it?
Sometimes he has to.
Challenge. Yeah.
It's a big part of the game.
Gary says one hater, one lover. I'm a lover. I'm Matt the hater. So it is what it is. Right, we're going to talk about the second goal, and we mentioned Mckenna. What the hell was Mckenna doing down there, man? He was like, my vlog. Craig said it was like what's his name, John Robinson, running down the left wing. But I'll ask you, Dylan. But like, what was he doing down there? And as well, it was a good assist. Garner's goal was fantastic, anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Well, this is what I was thinking most of the game because you kept seeing Joe Worrell, Mckenna, or Cook moving up the field. And I'm thinking to myself, why are they moving so far forward? Then I listened to Cooper's interview after the game, and they mentioned that to him about Mckenna being up there. And he says what he likes to do, he says he likes to get the 3 of them, at least one of them at a time, to go up. He says because it's like an extra man going up and the attack. He says because he has 3 solid central defenders that can do a job. He says, but letting one of them just run up there with the pace, because they have got pace and they can do what they do. He says, with letting them do that, we know we're all right with the other 2 left behind. He says, so it's kind of a tactic to basically just give us an extra man to go forward. And I was like, oh yeah, I never thought of that.
But no, that's when the game opens up, isn't it? It's always like that. When it's Franz Beckenbauer or Bobby Moore, they take the ball past out of their zone into the next zone, then it asks questions. Someone's got to come to them. They don't have to go fast. They just have to get beyond their man sort of thing. And they've been doing it all season, really, haven't they? You've seen them all do crazy runs, and they're all decent footballers. they're not really sure what to do when they get there usually, but it breaks the game up. And I think that was the kind of thing we didn't see on Tuesday at all, which was disappointing. We saw none of that.
They had a lot of time on the ball, didn't they? Because Bristol looked so disjointed. Bristol looked lost. They were disjointed. It left loads of room in midfield, didn't it, for them to just run with the ball.
Yeah, Lee, and I was about to ask you. Like, I personally thought Bristol were poor. They were poor. They were poor because if they won today, they would go above us and like Nick Clippers. But I've seen them today. Like Chris Martin. I think was linked with their striker, and Bristol City wanted 20 minutes.
Number 18. I forgot his name.
Yeah. Bristol City wanted 20
boots on. I remember blue boots.
He looks good. Like I said earlier, he looks good. He looks not a decent player, but he needs to be in a good team. Do you know what I mean? Maybe if we'd have got him, maybe he'd have been better with us because he looks like he wants to go forward. He wants to move, but he just ain't got the players around him. I expected more
from him, Dylan, today. I thought they'd score one at least. They were just. It's the worst I've seen them play.
I said in my vlog. I thought there was one of the worst sides that ever come to sit around. Like, if you had Barnsley, they were shocking. But for them,
I think a lot of it is about us, though. I think it's all about us. When we play well, the other team looks bad, and I think we just ran them into the ground. You know, it wasn't a walkover today. It was in the end, but we just were like a boa constrictor, just kind of pounding away at them, which is exactly what we need to do. We just kept getting chances, and it was just a matter of time, wasn't it?
There's 100 people here watching it. If you do hit the like button, please hit the like button. It will help me a lot. If you want to ask any questions to Lee, Dylan, or Matt regarding today's game, please do. And just want to hit the like button. There's 16 likes. If you can get me to 50 likes, please, it'll be doing well. Because I need to get another post of Matt, so that will be nice. And as well, I think I mentioned at the start of the program, Kevin Campbell event. That is the 28th of April, Thursday as well. If you want one, please message me or email me, and I'll get you there. Lee, like I said, the substitutions as well. I think who did they bring on? He brought on Cafu,
Savage,
Cafu, and when was too low? I brought Ryan Yates as well. I didn't want to bring on Yates. I wanted to bring on someone like Myton or Joe Lolly. Yeah. Was you disappointed with the subs, or was you happy with him?
No, not disappointed. I think it was he knew we was in control of the game. He was just shoring things up. I tell you what, I was disappointed with. I can understand why he did it. Zink. He should have squared it for Surridge just to tap in for his first goal. Yeah. I understand why he took the shot because he was in the position to shoot. But at the same time, had he just squared it, Surridge is off the mark and it boosts him up a bit, doesn't it? So that I was disappointed in. Not so much the 8 substitute. He's keeping him in there, isn't he? He's bringing him on, keeping him playing, keeping him going. The subs were fine. I don't know what Cafu did. I didn't really pay much attention when he came on.
It was just time wasting.
No, it wasn't on for anything, was it?
Yeah, but I was saying, like, it would have been good, like, especially for Myton. He's a young lad, and they look like players like him, Joe Lolly, in Figs. Could have brought Figs on, just get some game time because we've got 13 games now, and these games are massive. I've got some tough games coming up. Like Sheffield United's next, and that's gonna be another tough game. And I think if we win that, we deserve to be in the playoffs. But like I said, there's other games going up as well.
Some of them might play at Huddersfield though, Ben. He might rest. He might rest some and play like Myton and Lolly and stuff at Huddersfield.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, I won't do that. After beating Arsenal and Leicester, you can't do that. I want to go to Wembley. I want to get to Wembley. I don't care about.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we want to get to Wembley. No, why would you play like? Why would you play? No disrespect, but why would you play like a weak side against Huddersfield?
Who's saying it's weak? It's what you got a squad for. Like, I wouldn't say.
Well, okay.
Maybe.
But people in the comments, what do you think? Do you think we should play a weak side against Huddersfield?
No.
What about you, Matt? Go on, Matt. Okay.
I'm not saying weak side. What I'm saying is we've got a squad for a reason. We've got a lot of league games coming up.
But the problem is Cooper hasn't had a pre-season. he doesn't know about all these players. He's had players come in, new players that haven't even played, like we've been talking about. We can't afford to do it now, I don't think. We just got to pick our best team. Every game's a cup final. Like I was watching the rugby today and they were saying that England were treating it as a quarter, a semi and a final. And we've got to do the same. We've got to be saying it's the first round of the cup through 13 rounds and we want to win the cup and we've got to win every single game. So we've got to pick the best team. It's nice when they can give Kanate a little few minutes and things like this kind of thing. So, yeah, you've got to try and get, mice and rehabilitated and stuff like that. But you can't afford to chuck games away. And I think Cooper's smart, he knows everything. And today was exactly the right kind of substitutions. He just put on Cafu to waste time. He just closed the game down. He made sure, I was saying with 10, 15 minutes to go when they're making some of those substitutions, you think, if they scored a goal, it could get a bit hairy. And you never know, it can happen, So you don't want to mess about with it. He could have easily taken Colback off and stuff like this. And you just can't afford to. 3-0, okay, but I think he did exactly the right thing. And it's good also. I think Davis, they're taking him off and giving Surridge time. And that's part of it as well. Like you're saying about the goal, you've got to have these guys kind of match sharp. And he's almost, that's the luxury he's got. He's got to make the most of it, hasn't he? I think he's been very clever. Because Surridge looks a threat, doesn't he? He's made a good impact. That if you said we weren't going to have Grabban, because we're going to get Grabban back at some point, not too long in the future now. If we have Grabban and we have Surridge who's looking good and Davis as well, we start to have options, don't we?
There's 100 people in. I said 100 people in. If you want to ask any questions, you can. I'm going to talk about this guy. Like I said, I keep mentioning him, and his form has turned around. And I talk about James Garner. Yeah, he got the second goal. And I want to ask you, Dylan, he's changed my mind with him. Like I said, he's so good now. And I think we're so lucky to have him, Colback and Yates. Like we can put them together as well. It wasn't great against Preston, but today, for me, he was my man of the match. But Dylan, come on, let's talk about him. This guy. He's getting better and better, isn't he?
Oh, 100%. Last season when he first came, we all was like, yeah, he's a good player. Then the start of this season, like the rest of them, we was like, oh God, what's going on here? He's not the player he was, but. Like you say, as he's progressed through the season, he's just got better and better and better. And it's like I've got one of my best mate. He's a Man United fan, and I was telling him, I was like, "Do you know what? You lot next season need to get him in your squad, in and around, because this guy is good. Do you know what I mean? And with us playing him, he's playing like a number 10 at the minute, so." And that seems to have like made him a bit more, do you know what I mean, more attacking. We notice him a bit more than when he was stuck in the middle with probably Yates or Colback doing the nitty-gritty stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I think as games are going on, he's getting better. But like we've said, him, Yates, Colback, you can't at the minute. You can't really afford to drop any of them. All right, we're dropping Yates to bring Zink in, but do you know what I mean? All three of them.
Right. Let me ask this question. I'll ask people in the comments as well. And you can ask this, Dan. Do you think? Because I know I saw Manu was saying a draw 0-0. Do you think he's good enough to get the My New side now?
I think anyone is. Why inte? Because I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean? Look, they've got Ronaldo. Yeah, he's 30, whatever, but. He could wipe the floor with anyone, but he can't even do. He's not even doing the job for him. So why not?
Who's the centre midfielder? Who plays centre mid for Man U? Is it Fred?
There's a guy called Pogba, I think. He sometimes gets a game. I think he's won a World Cup or two.
Yeah, but why not?
I think. Come on, James Garner.
Realistically,
he's not Jack Colback. He's not Jack Colback. He's not. Come on. Garner's all right, but look, let's be realistic. We should be developing our players. Garner isn't in the top 5 in the team. He's not in the top 5. He's not Jack Colback. He's not Jed Spence. He's not Mckenna. There's 3 straight off the top of my head, and you could say he's not Joe Worrell as well. You can keep going. He's not Brennan Johnson. Let's not forget him. We should have our players in the team and develop them rather than. For Man U, if we want, he's a good player. I'm not trying to say he's awful, but he's not the best player in the team by a long shot. If we, I wouldn't swap him for Spence, and I wouldn't swap him for all those others I just mentioned. Not in a million years. No,
he's doing a job.
I would probably
he's
bet
doing
the
a
eggs
job
out of
for
him.
us.
If he
He's
was
all
going
right,
to
but
progress, Dylan, I'd put him in a lower Premiership team if he wants to progress. He's not ready for Man U for the top
He's
six
nowhere
yet.
near.
No
Come
way.
on, you've got to be on
No
crack
way.
to think he would ever be
Well, like a
anywhere
Norwich.
near the Man U team.
A Norwich, one like that.
Well,
Or
I
a
reckon-
Premiership.
Well, I mean, he needs to be in the
right.
squad. Surely he's got to be. Do you know what I mean? No, there's no one. Man United at the minute. They're absolutely awful.
But then
to
again,
say
they
they
might
are.
make him look good.
Well-
He'll have a high caliber
but
play around
it's a
him, won't there? So you don't know.
It's a completely different level.
Oh, of course.
You're kidding. You're kidding. There's not a chance. You just don't get
I don't
chances like that. They're like you say, they're dropping Ronaldo and stuff, and they're not very good, and they're dropping Ronaldo. So it's a massive call to be putting someone like him in. He could do eventually, but he's a long way off it. Yeah, he's going.
It's a long way, but I was just looking like someone just put a comment about Man U had 22 chances and got a goal. Watford ended drawing 0. I'm just saying, Man U it's McTominay, Fred. Come on,
Well, okay, yeah, okay. Well,
I'm not saying
maybe you're persuading me a bit now.
Man U, that midfielder, he can play there, but I don't know. People in the comments, what do you think? Do you think Garner's ready for Man U? Let him stay at Forest for a bit. Maybe he need another loan. Could stay with us next season. If Forest get promoted, you never know. You never know. We're talking about these fixtures that get piled up now. We've got so many games coming up now. We've got Sheffield United. We've got Huddersfield. I don't know how many games got left. We've got 13 games, haven't we? And then we've got FA Cup. Bloody hell.
14 including the FA Cup.
Yeah, but bloody hell. We've got so many games coming up now, and as well, like I mentioned, so many Sheffield United lost today. Did Middlesbrough lose today? Luton won today against Derby. Fuck's sake, Derby, they're going down now. I want them to go down now. This game's so important for us, wasn't it, Lee? 3 points to get close to playoffs. I think, yes, we're not in the playoffs yet, but today was just so important for a win because if we lost today, I was speaking to fans before, if we lost today, I think there was no chance. But the points were so important, wasn't it, Lee?
Yeah, I think it was important because it's almost kick-starting again, isn't it? We've had 2 draws, which one felt like we gained a point. The other one was we should have had more points. Obviously, with the things that happened, it changed the game. But it's almost like now we need to go on and run a game just to sort of be in the mix. You know what I mean? A run of wins just to push us on a bit because other teams around us are dropping points above us. Like Matt said earlier, they've got to play each other and it's a chance for us to get in. If we can put another run of 3 or 4 wins together, we're going to be in there, aren't we? We'll give ourselves the best chance. So I would say it's very important to win today.
What about you, Matt?
Yeah, we have to win the games we should win, and we have to win a couple of the games we might win. We shouldn't be scared of anyone, even Fulham away. Fulham aren't infallible. We should have a game plan and go there to win. It won't be to go crazy and score 4 or 5, but we can beat anyone, and we've got to treat every game as a winnable game and try. That's why I wasn't happy with Preston. I thought it's a total opportunity loss. Those 2 points we dropped there. If it was the last game of the season, we wouldn't have played like that. We wouldn't have tried, but the points are just as valuable at the end of the season as they are now, sort of thing. So we should have gone balls out to win that game on Tuesday, and I don't think we did, which was very, very strange,
I was seeing a question from Michael Easter. We'll sort it out. Always does. Luton away and West Brom at home. I said, I saw this week. I saw someone say we've got the easiest running. I don't think we have.
Well, the last 3 games are easy, though, aren't they? If we're close, it's 3 games plus Bournemouth now, isn't it? So But the last 3, they'll be mid-table teams, I think. So I think if we're around the playoffs, we should end up in the playoffs. You need to sit down and analyse the fixtures and see who's playing who, because it might be, 2 of the teams above us are playing each other, 2 or 3 times at the end of the season, and that's it. Someone's going to walk through between them,
What do you think, Dylan? Like I said, we've got, like Matt mentioned, the last 3 games, including Bournemouth, are winnable games, but we've still got to play Luton away. We've got Sheffield United away. We've got Blackpool away. They're around the time. We've got Luton away.
Again,
These
twice.
games. What?
Well, you just said Luton twice. We're playing Luton away twice. No, Luton have got a terrible fixtures. If you look at their fixtures, they're either going to get beaten and be knocked out of it in the next 5 games, or they're going to beat everyone else and be the ones standing, you know.
Actually, we've got Luton, Sheffield United. We've still got West Brom to play. How did West Brom get on? How did West Brom get on?
They won in the end, I think, 2-1. No, West Brom didn't play. They didn't play. They play next Monday or something. Yeah.
Swansea, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
Swansea, that's correct, yeah.
So, look, to be fair, I think we've got a hard running. From, like I said, we've got Blackpool away. Got,
Everyone's got difficult running. There's no easy running. Some are easier than others, but everyone's going to slip up and then get points.
Well, half the league are in it, aren't they? Half the league are in the top 10 virtually, pretty much. 10 are in the top 10. So you're going to play some of the top 10 and we're all going to play each other. And those are going to be the pivotal games. But if you win the games against the teams you should beat, then you can draw those games and let them beat each other sort of thing. But we need to win a few of them. You know, that's all. We just need to win every week and you know, just focus on ourselves. And that's it. You know, that's all we can do.
I can say to the panel, who was your man match today? So people comment who was your man match for today's game. For me personally, I thought it was James Garner. I thought he was fantastic for me. I think I'm liking the way he's playing now as that number 10. We're extremely for number 10 because we did have a player that had gone to Olympiacos. So now I personally thought James Garner was my man of the match. Lee, who was yours?
Well, when it came out that it was Spence, I wasn't shocked because Spence played really well. But I was kind of thinking Garner. I thought it was one of the best games I've seen him play. Not because he scored. I just think what he did on the pitch. But again, Jono, Spence, Cook, all of them, again, as a team, played really well. For me, I did think Garner, though.
Matt?
Well, it was Colback by miles, wasn't it? Watch the tape. I'm not sure.
Do you relate it to Colback?
Today it was Colback's probably best game of the season today, I thought. But to be honest, Jed Spence was the best player. Jed Spence was incredible, and Colback was there or thereabouts. Depends whether you like sort of ice cream or pizza. That's all. It just depends what you're into, sort of thing. But they were both excellent. Both.
Why did I ask Matt? I know we're bloody. I should have asked him.
I never say Colback, but today
you say Colback all the time.
No. But today, you watch it today. It was like he was a Jedi in there. He was getting things he had no right to get. He was putting his foot out, his elbow, his heel. Everything was happening. He broke up everything. It was unbelievable.
Like Colback.
No, but watch it back. Garner was okay, but he was okay. He didn't play as well as Jed Spence. He didn't play as well as Colback. He didn't play as well as Brennan Johnson. Definitely. Probably didn't play as well as Mckenna, if you appreciate the art of defending. Maybe not even Cook. And also Mr. Davis, I thought was excellent. He hardly put a foot wrong. You can only do what you can do when you have the ball. Zinkernagel had a lot of the ball and did nothing. Garner had a lot of the ball and did okay. The other guys had less of it and did a lot with it by comparison for me.
You know what? I've not even mentioned the strikers, but you just mentioned Davis, Matt, and both Davis and Johnson. Johnson scored his goal. I think it was a good goal. And I want to ask you, Dylan, Johnson is getting better and better. Took his goal well. And we're going to talk about his contract. And I think he was on Jono. Shout out to Jono if he's watching this. He was on the podcast. I won't mention it. Talking about a contract. Do you think Johnson will sign a contract?
Me? Obviously, I think he's going to see. Yeah, something's coming along because obviously his dad's been to speak to Marinakis, and you know his dad, and you know what I mean. And
I don't know him. I don't know you, John.
Well, whatever. But he's no fool. Jono's no fool, and he's going to make sure he gets the right deal for his son. Do you know what I mean? So if he's gone down and spoke to the owner in London and then turned around and says, right, we'll come back and we'll talk, something's there. Do you know what I mean? He's heard something he likes, and obviously he's going to want him to sign a contract. But like he says, at the end of the day, if he's not going to he's not going to send him, or he's not going to advise him to go to a Premiership club to be a squad player. If he's going to go anywhere, he has to play in the team. So why would you send him to a Brentford or somewhere like that for him to say, oh yeah, but you're going to be in and out the squad? Well, I just might as well stay at Forest then, because I'm getting more people looking at me now playing for a Championship club. Do you know what I mean? Then I would be in a year's time. Everyone go, oh, do you remember Brennan Johnson? Where's he now? What's he doing? Do you know what I mean? So
there's no rush for him, though, is there? There's no rush. He's still young. He's got years ahead of him.
But
yeah,
do you know
but
what?
the thing is, he could do his ACL tomorrow. So you want to sign that contract the day before you do your ACL, sort of thing. If you go, so you've got to think of it like that. But he has to play. He's a player. He has to play football. He wants to play football. He's happy. Everything's working at the moment. How much more can you want at the moment? He's the best player in the league. You know, you can't do any better. But take your time. You know, sign the contract in another year, 2 years with us. Then you should be playing in the Premier League, and it should be in the ideal world with us. That's how it should be.
Yeah. It's like
Jed Spence.
Me personally think that if anybody can convince him to stay for one more year to sign a contract,
sign it, David. Time to sign, David.
No, but it's not that. It's not that. It's what I like. What I like to hear his dad say was when they were initially talking about it in the summer, it was the manager. And I think if one person or two people can convince him to sign a contract and stay for one more year, would be probably Cooper and Murphy. Do you know what I mean? Just turn around to him and say, look, here's your contract. We need you for one more year, because if we don't go up in the playoffs this year, we all know we're gonna want it next year. So if you can manage to keep him for that year, for another year, with him playing, do you know what I mean? He's still he's worth 20 million now. People are banding 20 million now. If he plays the way he is now for another year, what's he going to be worth then?
20 million. Is it a trick question? Do I get into Oxford for answer this quickly?
No, but
it's one of those questions. But look, your career is a long. He's got to play and prove himself. If he goes to somewhere where he doesn't play, like you say, at the end of his career, oh, what happened to him? No one ever hear of him again.
Well, look at.
There's no point.
Look at who was it? The other I heard somewhere, Oliver Burke. Yeah, he played
exactly.
What,
Perfect
seven,
example.
8 games. Went to Germany. He's this big prospect, and now he's done a 360, and he's playing for Millwall now. I don't even think he plays the other night.
He's not playing for them. He's warming the bench, isn't he?
You know what I mean? So slow and steady.
You've got to appreciate what you've got in life and enjoy it whilst you got it. Whoever, there's so many Forest players that love playing for Forest and they've left, and often they've been forced out and they wish they could have played a bit more. And Brennan, what more can you want? What more can you want? He's ahead of the game. He's improving at an exponential rate. Don't mess it up. Yeah. It doesn't happen. You don't get these situations like with Stan Collymore in the Forest team and things like this. It doesn't happen. When you get that synergy, grasp it and keep it and ride the train to the top. It's the same with Jed Spence. Look, he was a troublemaker. He couldn't get in the team. Now he's a superstar that everyone's going to buy. Don't mess around with it, though. He's much the same. If I was him, I'd be saying, I don't need to rush. I'm a kid. I don't need to go to a Premier League and not play again. I'm in the shop window. Everyone knows I'm good. I've proved it here. Stay another year. Stay 2 years. Sign for a bit and have a release clause.
You'll get there eventually.
You back yourself, don't you? You back yourself.
Yeah, of course.
But you have to play. If you can't play, you can't prove how good you are. And there's a fine line, isn't there? Look, we've all spoken about Carvalho, but you've got to have a chance. Everyone thought he was good when he played, and they all thought he's crap when he didn't play.
He's got the right people around him, like your Coopers, who can develop young players, like Murphy. These people who can spot a good young player and bring others in to help him as well to develop.
And Forest are going to be successful over the next couple of years. As long as Cooper's here, we're going to be successful. He's going to be in a team challenging at the top of the league. Whether we lose Spence or whoever, we're going to buy good replacements. You trust the system.
We'll go in the right way.
The system now. Yeah, we are. It's just a matter of speed, isn't it?
You'd want to be part of it, wouldn't
you?
Did anybody? I don't know if any of you lot went to the forum that was yesterday or the day Thursday or whenever with Cooper.
So any other do-gooders? Did any of you do-gooders go to the things? I've been over there. So if there's any do-gooders
Well, if
out
you
there,
see,
please put.
I'm just saying if. Well,
Oh,
like I say, I'm just saying
He's
about.
been cut off.
I mean,
He's been
can you hear me?
We're waiting.
Yeah.
We should
Well,
all
anyway.
go like this in honor.
If you watch, I watched it back and listened to some of the stuff he had to say about that. And he said about Marinakis, he met Marinakis probably near enough the same time as Johnson met him, and that down in London. And he says that the progress. Marinakis has asked him, "What do you need?" And he says, "We spoke about players." He says, "But I told him, I want the training ground." He says they've sorted out a meeting room. They've had a brand new meeting room all kitted out. He wants the pitches sorted at the training ground. He wants this. He wants that. He says it's everything doesn't rely on the players. He says it's everything that I need facility-wise to get the players to where they are. Do you know what I mean? And like we're saying about Cooper, and Matt said, if we keep Cooper for another 2-3 years, it'll be where we're going to end up. Do you know what I mean? Because the only way is up with him at the minute.
100%. Before I ask one, I've got another super chat, and this is from Adrian. I think Adrian from America. Thank you for the super chat for $4.99. Keep it up. $4.99. Thank you very much, Adrian. Yeah, you're from America. Sure,
That's how you worked it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from America. Thank you, Adrian, for that. Before we go, lads, I'll say it was a fantastic win, and like I said, there's 13 games to go. There's going to be ups and downs, but we'll say how many points it should be like. Is it 39 points now? People in the comments, how many points do you think we'll get from now to the end of the season? So it's 39 points. So we'll ask you, Lee, how many points do you think we'll get? And how many points do you think we need about 75 points to get to the playoffs?
How long's a piece of string? You can't really say it's if you've got 5 games left, you've got a chance, haven't you? How long's a piece of string, door? Like we've got 13 games. Anything can happen in that time.
But how many points? How many points do you think we need?
2 points a game.
Yeah, we need a good percentage, don't we? 2
points a game. If you get 2 points a game, we'll be fine. We've got to win and draw, win and draw.
We win 13, door, we're in.
Yeah.
That's what
we aim to win 13. That's what you do.
Yeah.
People in the comments, what do you think? Actually, what about you, Matt?
I think we'll get.
I'm saying 15th.
We'll get 15th. What's that?
That's what Dole predicts every time, doesn't it?
I think we'll get. I think we'll get 2 points a game, so 13 games, 25, 26 points, and we'll comfortably be in the playoffs if we do that. It's in our hands. Look, it's in our hands. Why even talk about this? You know, it's like we will go out to win every game, and we'll either do it or we won't, and that's it. You know, but what we will do is do our best, and that's all you can do, isn't it? And that
in this season,
and our best.
100%.
Our best will be good enough, and the only reason we'll fail is if we have the Sabri mindset where we're like, "Oh, what do we need to do? Let's do the minimum." Let's not talk about it.
We just don't panic. That's what
we don't look at the finishing line. We look beyond the finishing line. That's what we need to do. And if we do it, and the other good thing is, don't forget, if we do end up in the playoffs, like we should be, we'll be one of the teams with momentum. We'll be one of the ones going up from 10th into the 6th place or more higher. So we'll be in a good place if we do that. And that's,
no one will want to play us, Matt. None of them.
No. And we will be very good under Cooper.
Yeah,
over two legs. Very good under Cooper on over 2 legs.
And there's the thing: we're still in the FA Cup. We're not even talking about the FA Cup. It's mad, isn't it, lads? Like we still got the FA Cup. I think it's the quarterfinals against Huddersfield. It's not quarterfinals. It's not quarterfinals. It's the last 16. Last 16 or 18, whatever it is, and we'll do well in the league. We're still in the FA Cup. We've got Huddersfield. Is it next Monday? I think it is. Give it to Dylan. He needs a better Wi-Fi. That's Dylan. That money's for you, Dylan.
All right, mate.
I've got a good one. I've got that many devices running on it.
I will give that $4.99 to
Hold on, let me work it out.
He won't be able to spend it. He won't be able to figure out how to spend it.
Oh, Dave. Right, we're gonna get going, but it's been a great show, people. Matt and Lee, it's been a great show. The vlog will be out 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, it was a great vlog. I'm just halfway edited now. But yeah, thank you everyone that came up to me as well. And I thought, sorry, Matt, someone came up to you again, asking you yet again, Matt. People, stop asking for Matt. I'm sick of telling people asking me, where is Matt? I don't see Matt.
I avoid him all the rest of the week. 1 hour a week.
Matt's at the gates. He's at the gates. Wanting Steve Cooper's signature.
No, I'm not. No, I'm going to be the last one to meet Cooper. That's my ambition.
Yeah, someone asked me, Matt, in the union. So where some guy from Somerset asked me, oh, where's that? Is it Matt? I went, yeah. When he talks a lot of sense, don't I? I went, what? Lots of sense. He talks lots of garbage. That's what he does.
No.
But yeah, someone does ask me. I think yeah, he's from Somerset. I forgot his name now. But yeah, he asked me, Matt. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, people. Thank you very much, like I said, for Lee and Matt. If you are like to new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. I am close to 6,100. Hit the like as well. I've got 32. If I can get to 50, it'd be amazing. What else is there? Oh yeah, before we do go, I know like I said, Matt and Lee, they've got business as well. Lee, you start with your business first. Promote it.
Always there. Kickboxing. I do it in the community. I do it in council leisure centres. Golden Gloves kickboxing. I teach from 4 upwards, so you could be 60 years of age. If you want to give it a go, you're more than welcome to come down and have a free lesson. If you need any details, you can message me, Mr. Dore, Matt, any of the lads on here, and they'll put you through to me.
Message me.
Message I don't want to know about it either. I block anyone that does that immediately.
People are more than welcome, even if it's out of the comfort zone. Come and give it a go. You might enjoy it.
Lee's Twitter and those on his. Look at Lee's Twitter. Message him. Go and follow him as well. Like I said, yeah, if you can't get Lee, get me, and I'll pass you over to Lee. I think I did it last time. Matt, I know if I keep saying it. Matt done this for me. If no one noticed, the DoreOnTour with Guy. Talk about it, Matt.
Talk about it. Well, I'm working on a Mother's Day card, so you can give your mother a fist pump from Stevie Cooper this year. So that's the next one. That's it. That's why I've got to avoid him in case he doesn't like the idea of that. So, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, I do all that stuff for my sins. It's a bit annoying. Like I say, I've moved. They're all in a big rack over there, and I don't know what's where at the moment. So anyone orders a buying cloth, they're likely to get a Larry David insteed at the moment. But other than that, it's all right.
Yeah, if you want anything, just message me and I'll send you to Matt. I think there's 2 people asking me for Matt as well. I did send him over. But yeah, if you do.
Oh, okay, cool. No, I've got some new stuff coming out. I've got a special Jack Colback piece and some other stuff after that. So
why did I go to Matt?
The Jacks don't sell. I keep doing Jacks and they don't sell like I expect.
Dylan got busy. Dylan's a bus driver, so if you see Dylan on the bus, don't ask for free bus because I've asked so many times and he doesn't do it. So I'm going to pay him £3.
Use code DoreOnTour to get a free ride.
No chance.
I do. If you ask him, you never give me free bus drive, so I'm always going to pay my bus bill. So yeah, Dylan's got no business; he's a bus driver. But yeah, people, thank everyone for watching. Like I said, I'll be back. My vlog's back with me in the morning, 10 o'clock AM, and then I'm back again. We were Sheffield United fan, and the guy I think he come on last time, fantastic bloke. So please come out. That'll be 9 o'clock on a Thursday, I think. So there. That's going to be fun. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, people. Thank you for watching. Like I said, another fantastic win for Nottingham Forest. We're almost in the playoffs, but like I say, easy win for Forest. Vlogs at 10 o'clock in the morning. Peace and love, people. Up the Reds, everyone.
God bless you.